Hello everybody, this is the Emperor's Painter, and today we're going to be unboxing what I got from Legions Imperialis and taking a quick look at this new system that I'm investing in for the channel. I think that it's going to be interesting. It's similar enough to Flames of War in terms of scale, but it's also a Warhammer product, which I think a lot of people are very interested in Games Workshop. And I'm mostly a historical guy, but I've heard a lot of things about 30K being very similar to historicals in that it is a historical theater. It's one where we kind of know what happened already, and we know what companies were there, what legions were there, named characters and such. And so I think it's somewhat similar enough to historicals, and I also think it's going to be an interesting way to grow the channel with a whole new army. Little bit of a spoiler, I plan on having a World Eaters army and then diving a little bit into Blood Angels as well as the Planetary Defense Force instead of Imperial Army. I think Planetary Defense Force, looking into it historically, I think that it offers a little bit more variety and kind of making it your own. I can make it so it's like, oh yeah, this planet has divisions and it's similar to World War II in that way. And their armor, they chose this specific kind of armor. I could have maybe proxy models and stuff that I find a little bit more interesting than the Solar Auxiliary models, which in my opinion, from what I've seen at least, I just don't love the style of them for Legions Imperialis. But that's besides the point. Let's unbox and see what I got. Here's the box. It's a big box. And it's going to have multiple boxes inside, I believe. Being careful with this. This is a very sharp knife. I'm going to make sure that didn't show anything important. Anyways, we've got the Legions Astartes Combined Arms Battle Group. I believe this is a limited time one, so I wanted to grab it while I could. I know it's got airplanes in it, which I think is pretty cool. And then the Age of Darkness box. This is heavy. Which is the starter box. Here we go. It contains the rule book, the tokens, reference sheet, templates and stuff, all the dice I'm gonna need, and then many miniatures, including 2 Warhound Titans. And then the Combined Arms box. We've got Sicarans, Land Raiders, Kratos, 6 Xiphon Interceptors, and tons of infantry and support. Alright, let's see some of these guys painted. And now we're on to some of the Legion Imperialis stuff that I built. Here's the Solar Auxiliary. On the right side we've got some of the Space Marines. This is a bit of a test model that I basically completed for the World Eaters. I like how it's turned out. It's pretty basic, but I think a bunch of these guys together is going to look really good. For the Solar Auxiliary, I'm actually planning on selling the infantry models just because I really don't like the sculpts. They're really good sculpts. It's just I don't like how the Solar Auxiliary look. I'm going to be keeping the tanks and stuff like that and having an army, but this is a 3D printed, let's see if I can get a little bit closer, Acadian model with a flag. I'm going to be having Acadian regiment, and then there's also some 3D printed ones that look kind of like Romans, and I'm going to have, so it's going to be, the lore that I'm going to have is that the PDF are almost like Roman looking soldiers for this planet, and then some guys I know the Cadians weren't really what they are in 40k at this point in 30k. But some guys, either that are Cadians or look like Cadians, show up on the planet as Imperial Guard to be, higher quality troops to really fight off the World Eaters. So that's kind of my my lore. But yeah, that's a Cadian. Some of this stuff in the back actually came with the Cadians for free. I didn't even buy them. And then we see some bags of the Cadians. I have 200 of them, and it was actually pretty cheap. But yeah, now looking at the test schemes a little bit close. On the right, we've got a World Eater model. If not completely completed, then basically completed. I might add some metallic to the bayonet, but I think it looks pretty good out as it is. And then the Solar Auxiliary are Ash. The Solar Auxiliary are Ash Scorpions, and it's supposed to look like black with a metallic, but I didn't think the metallic paint, I thought that would look kind of gritty at this scale, so I went with a non-metallic metal. Please let me know what you think down below, because I don't really know. These might come off kind of as white. They are there's a bit of turquoise in there, but they are, I was hoping they came off as metallic. I think they look okay at this scale, but let me know down below if they do look metallic or if they just look like they're painted white. I do have plans on bringing in, for the good guys, for the Imperium, some Blood Angels on the Space Marine side. And then, now that we can get a bit of a closer look, here's the Cadian. You can see these models are incredibly detailed. Both the Legions Imperialis and the 3D prints. So shout out to who's making these 3D prints. But yeah, here's my army. You can see kind of my plans moving forward. Please like the video if you liked it. Subscribe if you want to see more. God bless.